welcome back. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today is the third installment of my guitar shred albums for April. I'm going to be talking about Cacophony's 1988 album Go Off, featuring Marty, Friedman, and Jason Becker. It was done by Shrapnel Records, or that was the record label. And some of you know who Mike Varney is. He's the one who started Shrapnel Records. And they primarily focused on shred albums. So I'm not sure specifically where they got their money. Cacophony. If some of you don't know what cacophony means, it means a whole construed abundance of sounds and noises all at once, like city traffic. You're hearing a bunch of different sounds and everything. So a bunch of different sounds going on at once, not making any harmony or music, kind of like a bunch of noise. That's what cacophony means. For you to be kind of weird to name it after, something that means just a bunch of noise and it's not musical. But I guess they just did that as kind of just a little joke off it and decided that was a cool word, cacophony. The third album that I bought this later than the Steve Vai one. I didn't buy this in 1988. I had no idea who Rick Marty Friedman was in 1988. Well, actually, probably technically I do. Between 88 and early 1990, I saw the ads and stuff for the Shrapnel Records and all that other stuff. And, of course, before he joined, we joined. But anyways, I got this in 1992. I bought it on tape cassette, and it was during the alternative grunge years, of course, because I was playing guitar, and it was buying the guitar magazines. And the guitar magazines always had this as the second or third page. Sometimes it was like the first page. And they were promoting and advertising the Shrapnel Records quite a bit. So I never heard the band Cacophony before at all. So when I bought this, by judging by the cover, you see the two guitarists on there. I think it was just going to be one complete shred fest, and it was just going to be continuous soloing, which would have been good. I would have liked in ways, but yet at the same time, but it wasn't, because it featured a singer and some songs, and these songs are pretty good. It starts off with X-Ray Eyes, which is a good rock and cool song. I like the guy's voice on this. I think it fits with the band. Marty Friedman and Jason Becker, of course, guitaring on this is insane, as you would expect. They were trying to do everything they could to, well, I don't want to say show off. I mean, they displayed their talent, but they didn't really overdo it to an extent. I guess depending on what you would consider overdoing it. The next song, ESP, I like the vocals on that. I like how the phrasing is. I think it's a good song. It has good guitar work. Strange thing about guitar work, there's some, when you listen to, like Judas Priest, for example, two guitarists, and you sometimes, I know many of you will also admit this, you can't really tell who the heck's playing. Is it KK or Glenn Tipton? They both sound very similar. But with Cacophony, with Jason Becker and Marty Friedman, you could kind of really tell a little bit more. Especially once you get to know them a little bit more, Marty Friedman's style is, you could kind of differentiate and tell the difference a little bit. There's some parts where you can't, and then of course sometimes they're both playing. So ESP is a really cool song. I like it. The next song, Stranger. That one's okay. I'm not really blown away by that one. It's got good guitar work on it. I mean, it's just an okay song. I don't really love that song. The next song, Go Off. The next song, Go Off, which features a lot of really cool, awesome guitar work. And they're harmonizing, and there's this one little part in, I'll put a little piece of it in there. It almost just kind of sounds fake, and then it's kind of, they stop, and then they play it. I don't know if they're doing that with the tape, or if they're just doing that by playing it. The notes are not sustaining, so it's just this little, it's kind of hard to explain how it is. So if anybody knows this album and knows exactly what kind of effect they're using, please let me know in the comments, because I never hear Marty Friedman talk about this album ever. He never talks about it. So yeah, if you know what sound effect they're using, or what pedals and what effect, how they're getting that sound, and what they're doing specifically in the beginning of Go Off, please let me know. So that's an awesome song. It has all kinds of cool guitar work in it. The next song, Black Cat, which features some rainforest sound effects. I guess they put rainforest sound effects in there and make it seem cool. I guess a black cat is about a panther and not just a black cat that you see in the street in your backyard somewhere, or out in the street, or within your neighborhood. Okay, so that one's an awesome one, and what I really like about that song, structural wise, phrasing wise, singing wise, it's okay, but there's a lot of cool, awesome dual guitar parts in this. This is where, because there's one in the right in the midsection, and then there's one towards the end where Marty Friedman and Jason Becker are either trading off a little bit of the solos and they're playing together, and you can hear two guitars going, and it sounds really cool. So if there's one pick hit song here to where Marty Friedman and Jason Becker are both playing, one song where it's awesome, where Marty Friedman and Jason Becker playing at the same time and shredding, it would be off of this one. The dual guitar off of on the song Black Cat is just awesome, and that's one of the best guitar tracks on here. This and Go Off. Black Cat and Go Off are definitely the two best guitar tracks if you're into shred guitar, which a lot of people aren't into shred guitar, but those are the songs to check out. Marty Friedman, and of course Jason Becker, and there's a picture of Cacophony right there. And Marty Friedman, who's in Mayhem now, and the other players, who knows where they are, and then Jason Becker. Okay, the next song, Floating World, which is kind of a slow, boring one. I like it. I like the music of it. I like the chorus, but it's not really an exciting song. Next song. The last song is called Images. It's the second instrumental off the album. It's a pretty good song. It has a lot of cool sounds to it. The beginning part, it sounds like a kalimba, whatever the heck those things are called. And it has harp in it. And it's a nice piece. It's a good piece of music. It's not really too exciting. But of course, if you want to hear more of Marty Friedman and Jason Becker, I definitely suggest you check out their solo albums. Each one of them has put out several solo albums, but their best ones are ones that they did, I think, right after this. I forgot exactly, before or right after this. And that's Marty Friedman's Dragon's Kiss and Jason Becker's Perpetual Burn. So both of those are worth checking out. They're really good. That's all I have for today, and all I could say about this album. It's a good one. Thanks for watching this video. See ya.